What's up, world? I'm Julian. Today I'm outside on a lovely day we have in Michigan. So you can see we got about a ½ inch of snow. Kind of swept it all away. But I'm going to be working on my G6. I drove it around the other day and I noticed that it was making a lot of noise from under the front wheels. So I took it to the shop, paid 60 bucks for an inspection. Come to find out that both of my stabilizer control links, I believe that's the name, are messed up on the front driver and passenger. So I'm just gonna jack the car up and replace them and see how it goes. Yeah, right now it's probably about 15 degrees outside. My nose is starting to run. This should be fun, but anyways, let's get to it. So the first thing I want to do is jack the car up. Gotta find a good spot under it. Luckily I have my power tool to save a lot of time. I highly recommend the Milwaukee fuel impact wrench. Best thing I've ever purchased. Got this one for 400, I think 460, I believe. So I was told by the local shop that this piece here is messed up. So I'm going to be replacing this on the passenger side and the driver's side. But it seemed pretty straightforward. Loosen off this nut, take off the one back here, and it should come right out. And if not, I'm going to need a grinder to cut through the piping to get to it. Alright. So the bolt is an 18. It fits right there. I also have this other impact driver for my smaller stuff. Alright, so I am back. I did not record me struggling for 20 minutes, but this is extremely hard. Not hard, it's just complicated to take out. See, the top one, I had to pretty much use vice grips to lock it behind here on this thing, and use wrench to do all that. Yeah, that was not fun, but this is, if I can get a good focus, this is what's broken. So you can clearly see I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to wiggle like that. Well, this end of it, it's pretty smooth. Yeah, that little piece right here took me a decent amount of time to take it off. But now I have the top and the bottom here taken off. So now I'm gonna jump on the driver's side and remove those, but I'm probably not gonna record it just for the fact that it's probably the exact same hardness. I'm actually kind of mad I didn't record this top one. It came out extremely easy. All I did was just first off locked it in, locked the pliers behind there on there, and it came right out. But now, see it's swinging. I'm gonna hit the bottom one. I wonder if the camera's got a good view of it. Hit this bottom one. I'm gonna try not to get in the way, but put the pliers in. Like that. Give it a snap and try to take it off. Well, I tried to make an informal video, but these bolts and this one down here just does not want to come off. After yanking and plying and yanking, I finally got it off. Yeah, it was shoved in there and down here. Yeah, this was, I feel like if I would have had the right size pliers, or like some, not pliers, if I would have had some vise that were skinnier so I can actually grab onto this piece only, it probably would have been a lot easier. But now I am going to go to Detroit Axle and pick up my 2 new ones so I can slap them on. And depending on the size of this piece here on the new ones, I'm just gonna go and buy some new vise because these work, but I need something just a little bit skinnier. So I just got back from Detroit Axle, and so this is the old one, and this is the new one. They look hopefully the same size, but the new one, oh, that's not even moving. And this old one, yeah, it's just everywhere. Even on this side. Alright, so, and also I noticed that the new one actually has, the new one actually has bite marks on this nut so I can actually tighten it, versus just the stock ones where it's just rounded off. So hopefully with the new ones I can just put an 18mm socket here, not a socket, 18mm wrench, and just use a socket to tighten that up. So I'm gonna run back outside because it's still freezing cold, snow everywhere. I only shoveled the important parts. But back on the G6 where it is 10 degrees outside with light snow. Now back under the car, I really hope I'm not in the way of the camera, but I'm just gonna try to see if I can record and install. So I'm gonna start with putting the bottom in and weaseling the top in. If I can get it just right. Alright, top in, the bottom's in. So now, hopefully I can just put these screws back on. My little impact, I'm not going to go too tight with it, just a little bit to get it close. Alright, that's as far as it'll go without me holding the back of it. And now for the bottom one, I really can't get any heavy tools in it, so I'm going to get it by hand. Yeah, right behind here, I can just shove the 18 sock, wrench it right there, get it nice and stuck, and just torque by hand. One is on there good. Now for the bottom. This one is more of an issue because I can't really get anything into that spot behind it. But I'm gonna try, and hopefully I don't block the camera. So that's on. I've been recording that for about 11 minutes. So for the top and the bottom to tighten took 11 minutes. I'm exhausted. So off camera just now, I just made sure they were all the way tightened, in which they were. So now this side is done. I just have to put the wheel back on. So I'm going to jump to the driver's side and put that on. So same thing on the driver's side. I'm going to start with the top and then put the bottom in. That's nice and tight. Now for the bottom. So that is tight, bottom and top. Oh, my legs hurt. Well, it took 6 minutes. Yep, so I snug tight driver's side and passenger side, made sure everything was in there decently. So now I'm just gonna put the wheel back on and complete the task. And I'm so glad for my brother to convince me to buy one of these. Like, the best $480 I've ever spent my entire life. Came with 2 batteries. Alright, so to put the wheel on, I'm gonna line up these lugs. Just start off with my hand. Get these lugs, make sure the wheel's seated. Just start off with my hand. Typically I like to do the top one, then the bottom. Alright, that wheel is complete. Now I'm just gonna zip over to the passenger side and put that one in. So now the final test is to drive the car around the neighborhood so we can see how actually good my repair was. So key in. At 129,438 miles. Ooh, it's 26 degrees. It actually got warmer. Alright, so I'm gonna throw the car in reverse and see if it rattles. Just pump the brakes a little bit because it's getting kind of loose. Look, it's my Impala. Alright, so it's no clicking. I think I fixed it. It's not making any more of that clickling, crackling sound. So yeah, job well done. Nice, so after it is roughly about 4:30 on this lovely Tuesday, well, whatever day it is. Oh, Biden just got inaugurated as president, like January 20th. Yep, jacked up both sides, replaced the sway bar links on the driver and passenger side of my G6. I like this car a lot. But I think I want to start making more videos with this car, especially since I got nothing going on. I think next I want to, I don't know, maybe just do a little something just with the wheels. I don't know. But I feel like just doing little projects to this car. You know, since I have it, might as well put some miles on it. I've also got the little wing on it. But anyways, this is Julian on my Pontiac G6, changing out the sway bar links or the stability or stabilizer and link bars, I'm not sure what they're called, on this 2009 Pontiac G6. But until next time, peace!